Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's 24th episode of New Brew. Let's welcome in our panel tonight. We do have miscellaneous brew reviews,
That's it.
East Coast LQ reviews,
Cheers, guys.
Alex the Beer Master,
What's up, everybody? Cheers.
Thomas Metal 75.
Hello, cheers. Metal.
You need a haircut, Eric.
Thank you all.
We got Beer Man.
Hey, cheers.
It's got
Hey,
that
myself,
emo
I figured out.
Cyclops thing going on there almost.
And cheers to Dio. He is first, and not only is he first, but he is the only one to shout out right now. So let's go ahead and get the show rolling. Bring up the panel members to showcase their new brews. First, starting off with miscellaneous.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So we got a bucket lister here, for me at least. Haven't had a dark beer from this company, and I heard that they make some really, really top-notch products. Seen some resale values that are through the roof. So yeah, this is from Toppling Goliath. There, I can't remember where they're at. Oh boy, Decorah in Indiana. IA? Fuck, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is their term oil. This is a barrel-aged stout with natural and artificial flavors. This is their s'mores cut of it. This was sent to me from BuMpY and John. Or did John buy this one?
John sent that one.
Yeah, I think this was one of these $20 beers because he owed me some beer. It's packaged on 2/14/22. Trying to find the ABV and stuff. Is it on the can? I don't see it. Oh boy. All right. Well, it's a barrel-aged stout. I guess I'll have to find out some more info on that. Let's pour it up.
S'mores.
I can.
You ever had the Saranac s'mores?
Oh, look at that.
That was a good one.
That head ain't gonna last, I'll tell you that.
Looks delicious.
It's crackly and fizzy, and it's gonna dissipate right in front of your eyes. What do you want, my phone? There you go. Fly. Told you. Gone.
No.
God, nothing. You're good. Sorry, my son. Wow. That guy's awake.
Yeah, he had some.
That smells pretty good.
Yeah.
Very much what it says. We'll get back into that later on. I gotta find the ABV on this while everybody's chatting it up.
You're gonna dig that one.
You said it was very good.
Oh yeah.
Very, very good. When BuMpY says it's good, it's good. Yeah, it's all good, Sam.
All right. Well, Sam, you gotta not only come with a new brew, but you're gonna come with a new setup. All right. Cheers. Thank you, miscellaneous.
No problem.
And we got Tanner.
All right, so I got another beer by Vermont Beer Makers. This is their Innovation 3 Chocolate Sea Salt Porter. 4.5% alcohol by volume, kind of low. It's $4 for the single can. It says porter brewed packaged by Vermont Beer Makers out of Springfield, Vermont. If you want to check them out, you can go to vermontbeermakers.com. They do have the Certified Independent Craft Brewers Association on the side. A little blurb says Innovation 3 has us exploring a darker side of brewing. Generous amounts of caramel and chocolate malts give this beer a rich porter flavor profile. We added a hint of sea salt to create a sweet and savory treat. This beer reminds us of a deliciously crafted chocolate treat. Enjoy. And no canned on date, just the blue dot. So, crack this open. Yeah, my stout glass. Pour this up. Pour. Water. Oh gosh, you guys hear that?
Ooh, that looks good.
Very fizzy. Oh, this. I think this head's gonna do the same thing Miscellaneous did. And it's gone. Well, I had a brown head. Now it's completely gone. Appearance. Oh, hold up to light. It's like completely black. Actually, it's a little ruby. If you hold it up, you can see a little bit of clarity at the bottom. Got a little bit of a ruby tint. But yeah, that head went away really fast. Smells decent. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Taryn.
All right, Alex.
All right. Well, I had equilibrium, I think, a while ago, maybe. I'm not really sure. Maybe not. Maybe I never had equilibrium yet. But I did have one of these kind of beers, but not this one. I don't, or this brewery. I don't think I've heard of it. So that's what we're going to be having. We're going to be having double hop 2 double imperial pale ale, and it is 8.5 by volume. I like the can art though. I like the can art. Good job on that one, Acre Living Room. So let's pour this up and stuff like that. Hoping it'll be good, but we'll find out. Ooh, that smells delicious.
That looks like a New England IPA.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. I mean, I like it when they do the what's it called, India Pale Ale kind of style, and then they decide instead of actually looking like an India Pale Ale, have it as a New England IPA because I love New England IPAs. That looks 2-finger head, you know. That smells dank. Can't wait to get into it. Smells very tropical or fruity. Can't wait. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
All right. I was just prepping my bottle.
Together,
All right.
let's do BuMpY.
Prepping the bottle. All right, good.
Prepping the bottle.
All right. Thanks for joining Bumpy Road's channel here of YouTube. Stopping by for the Multi Monday. This is a beer brewed by the Barrel Souls Brewing Company of Saco, Maine. And they say to be called Drink Fresh, although where's the date? I don't know.
They
But
always do that.
I mean, it might have been on, it was single can, might have been on the top of the 4-pack, the plastic packaging. But this is called Monroe, a 10.0 Scotch Ale.
It's a big one.
And it says Dread God. All right.
Dread God. I've had that one.
This is
No.
strong Scotch ale, big, rich malt flavor, reminiscent of dark caramel, and hints of smoke. Let's see. That sounds like it's a good, promising beer. Let's see if it delivers to that. I'm gonna try to pour a little bit of a head there. Very good. Ooh, nice. Dark caramel, mahogany color. A little more darker in the light here, but you can kind of see the more mahogany colors. And it's got a nice 2.5 finger khaki looking head with some nice rocky looking bubbles. Looks good. We'll come back around and find out how good it is. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers, there.
Cheers.
Enjoy that. So they ferment their beers in barrels.
Good. That sounds
That's the best.
Hey, all right. So I got one from Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales out of somewhere in Michigan, Dexter, Michigan. it's a let's see, Clementina, limited series with fruited. It's a wild fruited saison, tart and refreshing with notes of citrus in the finish. Oak aged, hand conditioned. It's called "This Is the Final Stand of All I Am." That's what that
We
looks
get
like.
that. We get some Jolly Pumpkin over here.
Oh, yeah.
We got
Yeah.
a couple things on the shelf and
Never seen that brewery.
It
I
says
bet, I
it's
bet you they have big
I
beer
was
sales
on
during
the
Halloween.
fence about getting it, so
Oh,
we're gonna
cool
find
logo.
out tonight, I guess.
Yeah, they probably have some nice Halloween ones
Team on
for
team.
sure. This one's brewed with lemon, lime, coriander, and salt with clementine juice added. So, sounded good. It's been in my fridge. I wanted to get it done. 111. It was canned.
It stays on, right?
Yeah.
That's like
Hell yeah.
typical
Oh, it's
the rundown sound like a goza almost.
yeah.
You know, the
right.
coriander and
The
the
salt.
salt and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, different.
5.5, I think. Wait. Yeah, 5.5. So, yeah, nice hazy looking beer. A bit of a golden color there. Kind of looks more lemon on my side. Nice, almost finger head there, white head, kind of foamy. And see if I can smell. I can smell this.
Smack
And a
it.
little orange, and a little oaky. That's kind of interesting. It actually
Ooh,
smells really good.
yeah.
Kind of spices and stuff like that. It smells really good. So, oh yeah,
Nice.
cheers, guys.
Good
Cheers,
refresh.
beer man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I appreciate you.
Hey,
Appreciate you too, man.
All right, the beer that I am bringing tonight comes from 603 Brewery. They're out of Londonderry, New Hampshire. 603 is the area code for New Hampshire. This one is a barley wine. It is barrel aged in hand, selected bourbon and American whiskey barrels. This is coming in at 12.7% ABV. It is a 2022 vintage. So could have aged this, but I didn't.
you
It's
can
got
get
the
more.
gold or copper wax job. So I did cut around. Hopefully I cut deep enough and it can actually pop the top on this thing.
Legendary BuMpY, you can get more of that probably to age it.
I can. We'll see what it tastes like.
True that.
Multiples of every beer. Says
Try to stick this in here somehow.
What did you just say?
So they just did a real bang up job with this wax.
You seem to have a lot of wax on beer.
I have a wax problem.
They're gonna be a
I think
corporate.
let me try a different bottle opener, see if it.
You need a saber.
Oh my god. Maybe I am not gonna drink this beer tonight.
No.
Wow.
Now he wants to hear about this beer badly.
Throw it at the wall.
No. That would not be a good thing.
Give it a haircut.
You need a haircut.
Wax
Screw
candles
Screw
on.
it. Just
You're
use
gonna
it.
shoot your eye.
They
out.
just this is like such a thick coating of wax. It's ridiculous.
Well, cheers, everybody. Mm.
I just need it to be able to fit the.
Looking real close to your
All
finger.
right, there may be a trip to the hospital tonight.
Oh my god.
That's gracious.
OSHA non-compliant.
I'm scared. I'm not even there.
All right, we'll see if I did any justice to this.
Give it hell, BuMpY. You got those guns, man. Fuck.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything when they can't get a bite on it.
Yeah.
There you
Yes.
go. Keep going. Just get in there.
There you go.
Oh yeah. See.
Yes. Score.
I start bending the church key.
They got plenty of those.
Yeah, thick wax job on this thing. Wow, lots of caramel notes. Glug 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 glug.
Good rich
I got my
color.
special dimple mug from Young's. I poured it into. So it's got like a khaki colored head to it. It is brownish, reddish barley wine. It is. It's got a haze to it, but you can see shadows and yeah, it's lots of like caramel toffee notes coming right off. Maybe a little bit of some barrel type notes in there too, but I'll have to get more into that as I continue to drink on it. As of right now, we are just going to free for all.
I'll tell you this right now. You can't really see it. There's like particulates on the glass from the adjunct. It's probably graham cracker. And this is 13.8%. Yeah, that's what that's. I think it's a 96 on Beer Advocate. That's a generous score from them.
Ooh.
This smells like
they are.
This smells like salted like caramel cola and chocolate. There's a lot of effervescence on it too. There's lots of bubbles on the side. Just kind of that little ring. It's got this little ring. You heard it. Could you guys hear it fizz when I held it to the camera?
Yeah.
It sounded like pouring a soda.
For half a second.
That's how mine was. It's very loud. You can always tell when you get those loud, crackly, fizzy heads. That's just gonna go right away.
I'll tell you this much though, this beer's smelling really good. Smells nice and dank, nice and sweet.
Ooh.
Like a juicy kind of beer. I think this is gonna have a pale leaf feel to it. And if that's the case, I'm looking forward to more of Equilibrium beer.
I was
Man,
impressed the one only time I had their beer. That was really good.
nice frothy head too.
Tell you what, this
Man,
beer
smells good.
smells like a s'more, and it tastes like a s'more.
Ugh.
Nice.
Cheers, everybody.
Like no beer, damn near 14%, and you can't taste it either. You get the feeling that you're drinking something of substance.
Talking about your beer or mine? This beer is like almost no flavor. What's going on?
We got some big beers tonight. No flavor. What?
Yeah.
We're not lackluster in that department.
Maybe it rises in temperature and maybe gets more malty or sweet or something. Maybe Tanner. I don't know.
John Nelly might have outdone himself with this one.
That is
Use glue, there you go. Sit on.
that's some thick ass dark looking beer over there, Miss Lane.
That is delicious.
We had that question once. Yeah, man. We had that question once where whose beer on this panel would you like to try? I think that beer man saison sounds real interesting.
It's really good. It smells really good.
It's good about right now this time of year.
It's so crispy and cool. It feels so good on the throat. And it's like, it's got that orange, lime, lemon. It's got a nice wood kind of balance, kind of a wood aged balance. It's got a slight it's not really funky. It's got like a wild. It's a wild ale, wild saison, but it's got that wild feel to it. It's super good. It's really crispy and cool for this day today. So cheers.
Gotta love them crispies.
No,
This is
it's not like medical, right? It's
not at all.
other spectrum. Yeah, that's good.
One of those wafer ones again. Yeah.
This barley wine's not too bad so far. It's definitely sweet up front. Tons of gloopy gloppy caramel toffee notes. This is just a quick but definitely a bitterness to it. It's higher up there in the IBUs, at least on the perception of them, and it's not as bitter as the one put out from Sierra Nevada, the Bigfoot Ale. So that's good. It's easier to drink than that is, but the sweetness, it might be the amount of sweetness right up front that kind of masks some of the bitterness and makes it more approachable.
Nice.
It's sweet. It's like melted sugar daddy.
That sounds good.
So yeah, doing if you couldn't tell from how it looks if you just came in to the stream, this is a Scotch ale, the Munro, Munro from Barreled Soul. It's a pretty for me, I don't know if it's this can or what the heck ever. Again, new brew. I can only go off of this first can I've ever had. Super tinny, super metallic. How do I describe that? Like a minerally kind of well watery. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some pH balance to the water that made it taste like that. But the website, which has their descriptions and postings on Untapped for what they say the beer subscription is. This beer, they said it had like a fig jam to it. I probably would have just guessed like a grape jelly or a grape jam on the bread with the peanut butter for like a sandwich. And then I don't know if this makes any sense, but like the afterwards flavor that you get, that residual lasting, a little bit of that sweet, a little bit of that fruity flavor of the jam at the end of it, just in the background. It's definitely very reminiscent of that. Maybe some of this lightly caramel flavor is kind of give me that sweeter flavor that's reminding me of the peanut butter with the jelly. Yeah, very light smoke. It's sort of a little bit thin, but it's got a little bit of a stickiness at the same time. Super carbonated, and after a while it is pretty warming. But yeah, the metallic flavor, if that metallic flavor was gone, this would be a pretty nice representation. Just a little bit thinner on the body than you want, but it's got some heft at 10%. It's no slouch, but we'll see if it gets towards room temperature or something. Better. Definitely grape jelly peanut butter sandwich aftertaste. Interesting. Not heavy peanutty roasty though.
Is that metallic kind of annoying or any? Is it bad? Is it
a little annoying? It's more like that minerality, or like if you've ever had well water. It's exactly what it's reminding me of. That sort of a earthy flavor, if you want.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Earthy? What do you like? Well, minerally.
This
like
water,
well water is like sulfur,
So yeah.
eggy.
The background is sort of in that direction, yeah. But the other flavors I can get past that.
this porter's very watery.
Oh yeah.
It's got like almost no flavor up front.
Oh damn.
All the flavors on the back end.
Wait till Christmas. You should try Leinenkugels one.
Oh man.
I mean, this is like it's just like salty dough, and then you get some of the hops, which gives off like a odd like citrusy note, and then it's left with like chocolate and caramel, but like in between, it's almost not drinking anything, and it's really carbonated. This is the weirdest porter I've ever had. I don't know. I'm definitely not a big fan of it.
Is it like dry? Like lifting all the flavors away dry, or
it's got like I said, it's got like citrus hop and then astringency, and then you're left with like a roasty dark chocolate and caramel, but up front it's just salty and bland. It's very weird. It's like you just get salt and then it's like muted, and then you get an aftertaste. And it's like I'm drinking salty water with roasty, chocolatey aftertaste. I don't know. It's weird. I would definitely not recommend this.
I don't know if it's that good, Bumpy.
KJ's
Good.
yeah, the beer that Miscellaneous is drinking right now is $25.
$25 can of beer.
holy
No.
I didn't pay for it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as I'm sipping on this beer, it's very tasty, very juicy, very pearly, very creamy.
The one time I can honestly say I'm glad John and Ellie didn't come back to the off-air hangout.
Okay.
This is awesome, dude. Graham cracker, chocolate. It actually tastes like real marshmallows. This is like the most s'more flavor.
You had the Saranac one?
Huh?
The Saranac one?
No.
That's the marshmallow one that John and
Yeah,
BuMpY
this is
tried,
a
right? Yeah.
This is a term oil from Toppling Goliath. This
Very
s'mores one.
Fire, dude. Very nice.
Oh,
Really, really good.
God damn. I could.
That's a heavy
This
price.
puts things into perspective for their dark beers because all we get is their IPA. So if this is
$100
the
4-pack.
lower spectrum, I don't know if that's he's single cans. I guess is what he paid 25 for. I would assume. I don't know what he paid for 4-pack.
At least I believe he told me $25. That's what he paid for him. So I believe it was per can.
Jeez.
If it's $25 a 4-pack, that's not bad, but
That's not bad. I would pick this up again.
it might be. So I could be wrong on the $25 a can, but I believe
Better
that's what
not be.
Nelly-
Or I got
I'm going off of Nelly tongue.
That's pretty good.
Nelly tongue was
These
drunk.
more expensive cans.
At least it's good, you know? That makes a difference.
Go broke before you're drunk. $25 a can.
I mean, I think $25 a can would make sense with that beer because I've had it. Because you get stuff like Dogfish Head that it's like $40 for a 4-pack.
Oh, I'd much rather buy
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Hands down.
All the ingredients they use probably, yeah. Just things they put into it.
Like this, I'd honestly, the Worldwide Stout was good. The Raisin D Extra was good. There's the Fruitful Forward is good. This is just, I don't know. It's got artificial flavor.
And plus, they do have a beer out. They do have an Imperial Stout that's the #1 world
That's right.
renowned like stout, and it's going on like the dark web or whatever for like $3,000.
Well, yeah, $2,100 to $3,000+
Yeah.
a bottle.
That's crazy.
Toppling Goliath, their brunch stout or whatever it is. They call it.
Yeah.
That Radiant Haze. Remember I told you that was like a 7% IPA that tasted like it was a 9%er. Like the body of it.
So you get 30 people and you all pitch in a little bit of money and buy it, and then
You all have
Yeah,
0.2
a shot glass
Go
of it.
with this.
0.2 ounces.
And then we all put it on robes, sit around,
We all give it 100.
smoke some pipe tobacco, and
No,
I won't smoke. I won't smoke. I'll drink this out.
Oh, if I'm there.
good.
Only if I'm there.
what was that Jay and Silent Bob movie? You're putting the beer on a
What'd you
pedestal.
say, Andrew?
Yeah.
Let's just keep. We're alive. We'll just tune that down.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard something. Maybe I probably misunderstood.
Maybe
well.
blazing up if I'm there.
Well,
you can buy cool boxes from the dark web though, JV.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
man,
it might be getting
this beer is really delicious.
They blow up in your face.
I cannot wait to get more of Equilibrium beer.
Yeah, all right, good brewery. Hell yeah.
Oh god, it's very pelly, very pelly,
tried it,
creamy.
Alex.
What?
I haven't tried them yet. I want to though.
Yeah, I mean, New York's not too far from your legendary banner, I believe. I'm not sure.
Distribution is
Say,
not-
But Equilibrium so far has been very tasty with this beer. I'm looking forward to getting more Equilibrium beers. Very delicious. It's very, very carbonated, but it's very juicy, very pellety. It's
Are you getting that EQ juice?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good, man. I'm glad you got the real deal stuff.
If you guys can get double hop 2, I'm gonna try to find double hop 1. I'm
From
guessing
Middleton,
there's
on
another.
a 12% project.
Yeah, still from Equilibrium, but it's not originally. So obviously this is original, but the other, yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying some more. Freaking delicious. But I need to find.
Get your wallet out.
I bought one today. I bought a
$23.99 a 4-pack where I'm at now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
For a single
I
piece.
mean, it's very. This is very creamy, very very pellety around the mouth, very delicious. Wow, I might have to give it a high rating.
You
You might have to.
He's going
Is
to.
your arm being twisted?
Stay tuned,
Nope.
JB. The high rating.
JV, are you twisting Alex's arm right now?
You listen to this shit.
I even kind of like it when you warm up the beer a little bit and it gets a little bit.
Just so you know, it's no longer JV's birthday, so you can give that any score you want to.
Murky, baby.
Oh, I know, but still, So, Doug.
0.
Goose
Give a big
egg.
fat goose egg. Well, I thought Eric was drowning, but he's
Oh, it's very murky, the beer. Oh,
It is murky.
hey, mine looks like
It
yours,
almost
but
looks like
darker.
tea.
kind of. Sure.
What water would you rather swim
Just
in?
let you guys know, it's also
That
sweet
one up
too.
top.
It's sweet as well. I like the sweetness to it.
The
too.
sweetness. Yes. It's gotta
Alex,
be a
if
pretty
you
dry
had this beer,
overall, though.
you'd be in heaven.
What'd you say?
I said,
It
if you
has to be pretty dry
you could
overall.
talk John and Ellie into sending you one of these, you might have to send them some money, but goddamn.
Well, you know I'll be in heaven because
About this
I
till
love those
the
kind of
cows
beers.
come home, I
You
guarantee
know
it.
I'll be in heaven.
Mm.
Hell yeah. I'm already in heaven with this. You think I'll be not in heaven with that? No, there's no doubt about that. I'll be in heaven with that as well. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
That's some high quality H2O.
Yeah. You get quality beer like this, and including the stouts. I mean, come on. You're gonna feel like it's heaven.
Happy birthday ahead of time,
Sounds
JV.
like a better place to be than where I'm at right now.
Well, yeah. Beer heaven.
So I wouldn't say
Yeah.
not say that the Scotch ale's got a. I mean, it's not completely like clean and dry feeling. I'm trying to get past some of those. I don't know if it's like the combination of this caramel maltiness, 10%, kind of a bigger. You can kind of feel some of the alcohol, but it's a thinner body. I don't know if some of those flavors are lending itself, the alcohol plus that caramel is lending itself to kind of have that well watery kind of flavor, or if it's the way or whatever kind of water or the pH balance in the water is making it kind of feel that way. But it's a little distracting. I thought maybe I would be able to get into the flavors a little bit deeper, but they're not really all that super complex. But I suppose in theory, I mean, maybe not like a 40 ounce of malt liquor, but I suppose in theory, there's a small enough body. If you wanted a 10% to drink relatively sort of quickly, you could do it with this. But I don't know. Some of the sweetness might be a little challenge to get through if that's what you're trying to do. I probably wouldn't just buy this beer if you're looking for just pure alcohol. But if you want to try a Scotch ale, I guess. But yeah, some of that off. I don't know if it's off brewing techniques or whatever, sort of throwing this thing off slightly. Just a little.
Yeah, that metal thing, that would drive me nuts, dude. That's
Maybe
like
like
that.
when it starts to dry, it kind of gets a tiny bit sour, but I'm just trying to look for words to put it into. So it's probably not as horrible as to make it sound, but I'm trying to figure out whatever the wording for that is. Yeah, a little tiny acrid, a little bit. I wonder what taste it is. That might be good.
The
Crushable.
beer is very deceiving. It says generous amounts of caramel and chocolate malts. Minimal amounts of caramel and chocolate malts.
As long as I
Yeah.
know that-
It says gives this beer a rich porter flavor profile. Who drank this and thought this was rich?
You know,
You
I
know
think
what I
it's
mean? It's like
Did you
Somebody
decant it or did you stir
Somebody
it?
from a third world country.
yeah,
Is there sediment on the bottom, Tanner?
the odd man out. What?
Of the can? Is there sediment on the can in the bottom?
No.
I mean on the can.
It's weird.
Can you look at the-
It fizzed like it was going to be super carbonated, and then there's a lot of effervescence, and then it tastes flat. It's like there's literally no carbonation at all. It's like dull caramel, like a slight hint of chocolate, and then it's like kind of it's pretty astringent and bitter, and then you just get like dark chocolate, caramel. Like I said, it had like a weird like citrusy note in it from the hop or whatever, which I wasn't really expecting. I don't know. It's just not. I guess you guys call it, what do you guys call it? Lackluster, right? The word you guys use. Perfect description for this beer.
That's one I do use.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Very
about that,
disappointing.
dude.
Yeah, very disappointing because their smoked peach goza was phenomenal. Remember that was the smoky chunks beer.
Smoky chum.
smoky chum.
That beer was wicked good. I think I gave it like a 90 something. This
Does anybody have a question formed yet?
Cheers, Stretch.
I'll tell you what they
I have-
what they've got this listed under on Beer Advocate and its ranking wrong.
Hey, legendary Andrew, I can get Toppling Goliath beers. I wonder if I can just get it instead of.
I've seen I get them too, but all I get is IPAs.
I get what you're putting down.
And Paleo.
This is my first time ever having a dark beer from them.
Yeah, so I'll have to.
It's definitely a rare occurrence for me.
So I'll have to get it from the legendary Johnny Boy. I guess I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. All right. So I saved this question from last week.
Ooh.
All right. So the question I have for the panel. So is there 2 or 3 beers that may have been discontinued or you haven't seen in a long time that you really want to find again? Or wish they brought back?
Two or 3, or should we just go with
Like
one?
a couple or 2 or 3, yeah. You can say 2, you say 3. You know, it's
2.
Well, I mean, I know of one.
2.
I know of 2 that I would like for it to come back.
Okay.
yeah, we'll do
How
Yeah.
about you just phrase it as, are there any beers?
Okay, yeah, there you go.
But don't go through like a list of 19.
Yeah.
But there's 2 beers, man.
That works.
All right, Beer Man, you're up.
Oh man, dude.
Keystone Ice? What? Jeremy.
I don't even know. Like,
The man ain't bullshit.
can you skip me for a moment? Or I don't know off the top of my head.
Bumpy
Oh
said you
man.
Bumpy.
Oh, I know.
There you go.
1984. 1984.
never had that one.
From New Belgium.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't had
Yeah.
Or 1985. I mean, sorry. Yeah, I haven't seen that forever. So I'd like to see that again. So, yeah.
Came out with 6-packs again.
Cheers. That's it. Really, I don't really have another one.
I think that's the one that I had the other day.
I can name 2 beers.
It's a really good beer, actually.
I got a 6.
Oh, yeah.
For a grocery, it's not bad.
For a grocery store, yeah.
But
Yo, what's
I
up?
like New Belgian beer.
Cheers.
Oh, your
Thank you,
table.
Beer Man.
Cheers, man. Yep.
Here he is.
All right. So I actually do have a couple products in mind. CBS. Son of a bitch,
Founders, too.
man.
Seen those today.
My emotions, Doug.
I could get CBS at 3 different
I can get
stores.
it too, but I want a damn new version of it. Let's see what they got. Do they still have it? I don't know. I want to know. There's a couple retired beers. Oh boy. Not brewed. You know what? That Founders. I'd like to try that Lizard of Cuz just once. I heard it's a terrible beer, but somebody said it's really good. So I'd like to take a stab at that at least once. Third product. Oh boy.
Oh, there you go, Bart.
Bam! Here you go. Mickey's Ice.
Yep, yeah, that would be cool.
Bring the Mickey's Ice back. God damn it! I didn't get to try that, but I really want to try that.
Nice.
How could you go wrong? It's higher ABV Mickey's. Mickey's is great. Just bump it up.
Over your house.
Cheers, Bill. That's it.
Everybody's just
Thanks.
shooting today.
Cheers, Miss Lane.
Well, cheers, Miss Lance. Thank you.
Here he is.
Shoot, I had.
You're all ready to carry on.
So
I know of one because it's one I really love, and that was my instantly I knew. But there was another one I was thinking about, and I just totally fucking forgot it. Shit. Brain fart.
Oh.
I just came up with another one, so I got 3.
Yeah, he's got it down.
I don't know if it's retired or not, but I think the brewery's like even no longer really in existence or it's gone downhill. Okay, I got it. First, I'll start off with this isn't my first choice one. I'll end with my first choice one so I don't forget. But Lagunitas Hop Stupid.
Yeah, dude. Right.
I loved that beer, and yeah, they stopped making it, and they have something else now. Whatever they're putting out.
Pressure, I think, took that spot or something.
Yeah. The other one I thought of, well, I was thinking of other ones. Now, this is one where the brewery kind of went downhill. But it was Green Flash.
Oh, yes.
The Freak, which was it was a Belgian style something.
Belgian Pale.
Really, really good.
It was Belgian Pale.
And but I mean, we just stopped getting Green Flash completely in New Hampshire, anyways. But yeah, loved. I had that beer one time, loved it, and then all that shit went on with Green Flash, and the head brewer leaving, and they got purchased or whatever. So, but the beer that came to mind first and foremost is one of my favorite beers from Dogfish Head. And it was Noble Rot. I wish they would
I've
bring
heard
back.
about that.
I never heard of that one.
Good on you, BuMpy. Yes.
I haven't had it, but I've heard of it.
That was kind of a saison type brew, but it was with grapes that were past season, so they were rotting. So that's why it's the Noble Rot. And muskrat, I think they call it muskrat grapes or something like that.
There's some great musk in it, yeah.
Yeah, but that was a delicious. It wasn't super high in ABV. It was like 7% maybe tops. It was anywhere from 5.5 to 7% ABV, but it was a damn good beer. All right, that does it for me. So let's bring up Alex.
All right. Well, as you all know, I was going to say this, but hey, I'll say it again anyway. Either way. Well, no one said this yet.
I know what it is.
Mac and that fudge.
Oh no!
I knew that shit was good.
CBS as a legit, because I read when Andrew said that I was like,
Canadian
so
Broadcasting.
CBS. So stay tuned. Hoping to be more of that. Maybe another variant. Like Andrew has said earlier, I think there should be. Well, he didn't say variant, but I would assume another new CBS meaning another variant. So I would say that. So yeah, it would be like I said. I've always wanted to see a series.
Bring him back.
CBS's. Because that'd be freaking
Yeah,
awesome. All right, let me see if there's a third
good.
one. Let me see if there's a third one.
Jesus, Joey.
Canadian barrels were better. I'm just saying.
Actually, I would like to see, and I don't know if it's true or not. I would like to see if they would bring back the barrel aged version of 1050 because I need to get the original, but I also need to get the barrel aged because. When I drank the barrel aged one, I was a little buzzed, and I need to get that back so I can review it. But I've never tried the original, so I can't tell you about the original. So I'm hoping I'll get the original the next time I go to Roger Wilco's. And that's it. I'm hoping to get more of Equilibrium, too, because that beer is good so far. So, yeah. So that's my 3 beers, I believe I did. And I'm happy I did that. I knew I had to think of something. So, yeah.
All right.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks for letting me come.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating. Thanks for being legendary.
I can definitely think of 2 beers, and then BuMpy goes with Noble Rot for the 3rd beer. So that was a great beer. I had that at one of the Beer Advocate sponsored beer festivals up in Boston. I remember thinking that was the best beer I had the whole festival. Not even joking. That thing was pretty nice. And then in the number 2 slot, a just kind of average old beer was called the Heffenreffer, the private stock, the malt liquor in the 40-ounce bottle. That was their slogan was, it's the one with the imported taste. And that was just reminds me of, in hindsight here, not that we get it hardly ever in the part of my world here, but very Mickey's reminiscent. And I think the one with the imported taste, it having a green bottle, it being very Heineken, almost just standard lager flavor without any of the weird sweetness or corny aspects or that sort of thing you get from ice beers kind of flavor. So that would be number 2. And then number 1, leaps and bounds over anything. Very disappointed when said brewery called oh my god. So called Victory Brewing Company. In, I think that's Pennsylvania. Victory, yeah. They made a beer called Helios, which was their saison. For me, I have not been able to find, and maybe I need to look, but for me, I've not been able to find a saison that was done in the United States of America here that has been on par, or maybe, quote unquote, in my view, could have very well surpassed the Saison DuPont. It was at least on par to a minimum. It was at least neck and neck, virtually an identical beer style and beer flavors. And it used to be you paid like $3.99 for a bomber, and then it went to like $5.99 a bomber, which wasn't really a bad price. And then whatever happened, goodbye, see you later. I'm like, y'all just missed out on like probably the best saison the United States of America ever brewed. And goodbye, see you later. And it was super cheap. They need to bring that one back. Or it used to be called what they used to call it? The V, I think they used to call it Victory V, I think they renamed it or something like that. But yeah, the Helios was outstanding. Bring that back, please. Victory. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers, Eric.
You got it.
Thanks. A little bit of a tickle in the throat. Let's bring up.
Yeah.
All right, so actually, I wrote these down last week when I thought of the question.
Nice.
First one would be the one that I was talking to Miss Lance about. I haven't seen it in like a couple of years. It was a S'mores Saranac Porter. It was like $7 for a 6-pack. It was like 6.5% or something, and it was. I've never had a s'more beer that tasted as much like s'mores as this one. It was really good. It actually, you could get 6-packs of them, and you can get them in the little, the growlers. I forgot what size they are. You guys ever see the Mississippi Mud?
Yeah. It's
It's like the same as that. It's like the little like moonshine jug or whatever. They used to have them in those. I used to grab those all the time. And yeah, I haven't seen it in forever. The other one, which unfortunately we didn't get this year, but we got it last year, and I've been waiting for it. And of course, for some reason, we just didn't get it. Was the Abita PB&Jams. It was a raspberry jam and peanut butter lager. So it wasn't like a porter or anything. It was a lager. It was a little bit more light body, but it had a really nice peanut butter note. Had that nice sweet raspberry, and they were just super drinkable for what they were. But they were really good. If you ask Ron Terrio and his friend David, that they really liked it too. And of course, they got it because they're in Louisiana. But for some reason, we didn't get it over here. And I was talking to Ron about it, and I was asking Ron, I was like, "Oh, you guys got it this year, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, we got it. They just didn't bring it back over here. I don't know why." So those two beers, I believe they still make. I know they still make the Abita PB&Jams. I'm not entirely sure about the S'mores Saranac, but I'm guessing that they still do it. But it's kind of like two other ones. It's mainly one that I know they discontinued. New Belgium did a collaboration with Ben and Jerry's, and they had two different ice cream style beers. One was the cookie dough ale, which is really good. Tasted like cookie dough. It was a very weird beer, but it was really good. It was like one of my favorites by New Belgium. And then they also did a salted caramel brownie brown ale.
I have to look that up.
It tasted like ice cream as well. And for some reason, they stopped making them. I don't know if maybe it cost them too much to do the collab with Ben and Jerry's, or maybe the numbers just didn't hit that well. But yeah, that was like 4 years ago, maybe the last time I saw them, 4 or 5 years ago. It was like right when I started doing beer reviews that they released them, and gone ever since. But I'd like to try to. That would be something. If I like started doing my own brews, I would like to try to replicate something like that. But
I'll try them. I'll try your home brews if you ever make them.
Arnie, the pink bottle beer, man.
be cool. But Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, like I said, two of them I believe they still make, and two that were discontinued, which unfortunately sucks when they make really good beer and then they discontinue it.
I honestly want to run my fucking 3-pack. My brain wasn't working right. But oh yeah, I got
you guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Tanner. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, no problem.
Good, nice.
Thank you.
Man,
Get that Mississippi mud still floating around. It's like $4
I think so,
a
yeah.
bottle.
It's
I
so
remember-
I can get them.
I
I can
never
get
was able to try it.
Yeah, I can get those.
chat. You guys are coming in hot and fast.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It must have been. This must be the
Going
rocket.
up, BuMpy.
The rocket series chat.
No, I
Miniature
clicked in the private
vibrators
and I
you are.
clicked back over. It's like 100 messages.
That's awesome though.
Free for all.
All right, so I'm going to jump right in this thing and I'm going to tell you my 3 beers because I did put them in the private chat and I'm going founders across the board. I really honestly started thinking when you get put on the spot, your brain's like, not so much. But it's CBS stays on the list. I'd like to see the Frangelic Mountain Brown come back because that was absolutely that is hands down the best hazelnut beer I've ever had. And just their Imperial goddamn stout. Founders Imperial.
Someone has
Bring
that
it
as their
back.
profile
Sure.
picture.
Ozzy has it. Ozzy
Ozzy,
has it.
right?
I think he said he has 2 bottles that he's been sitting on for forever. Bring it back. How do you drop your main Imperial stout? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
You know what I mean? Mind-boggling. That's it on that.
They did it on purpose, so when they re-release it, they'll make you buy all of it.
If I get there before Alex, I'll be okay.
Ah!
Oh, jeez. You pre-ordered the beer.
Pre-order me.
Goodness.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out and give this beer like a
Old Coke.
70.
On some
Yeah, it literally, that's kind of what it tastes like. It kind of tastes like I left the Coca-Cola out and drank it the next morning.
That's when they used to actually put Coke in it, and then
No,
now
I
it's
mean,
not.
actually, to be honest with you, Mexico has the best facility for Coca-Cola.
That's what you're talking about, old Coke versus new Coke?
No.
My beer tastes like old Coke. It tastes
Oh,
my beer tastes like flat
He did say
Coca-Cola.
my name.
oh.
Right up there. Free for all.
Free for all. Yeah, my beer, very interesting flavors beyond the whatever I'm trying to call it, metallic-y or mineral-y, watery or alkalinity or acrid kind of a flavor that was sort of just underlining everything that I was trying to pick up out of the beer. But at 10%, it kind of had a thin body, but it felt like it was fuller bodied in the same regard. That makes it, or full flavored at a little bit of a thinner body, probably about a medium, maybe medium plus, but very thin, watery mouthfeel. You got a lot of flavors that you were looking for. The jam thing was very interesting. Probably the favorite, mixed with the caramel, giving it this peanut butter jelly with the, I guess like a brown bread, kind of a sandwich feel. But that acrid whatever thing in the background was just, I'm not able to, I guess I'll just give it an 80 because I like it enough that I would want to try it on tap, maybe not in the can again. But I guess I'll give it an 83. It was a little like just dirty acrid on that initial taste, and the finish never really developed anywhere else. I like where the brown bready notes kind of went as the beer warmed up a little bit more. I liked it where it was a little bit more warm. Some of that acridness started to die off a little bit, but it never got to a point where I don't know if it was an off brewing flavor that just caused the beer to not materialize into probably what they may have wanted it to in the can. But 83 is probably being as generous as humanly possible. But I would try it again in tap, not in the can. Yes.
Yeah. If you do want to shout out the scores, anything else you haven't said about your beer, things like that. We'll come back for promos and shout outs and stuff afterwards. I will ask just one more question.
Very good.
Doing the show, so
we're scoring, huh? Go beer man.
oh, you can score.
All
You
right.
can do whatever you want. It is free for all, so you can tell me to
Well-
fuck off if you want.
This is a great saison, man. A nice wild saison, very drinkable, very crushable. Had a lot of great flavors. I love the orange, the clementine orange juice. You can really get that with lemon and lime, a little spice and a little bit of sour funk, or not sour, wild funk, with that nice biscuity or wafer like cookie kind of thing going on in the back. Very, very nice and easy to drink. I would definitely give this like a 93 out of 100 for sure. 94. Let's go 94. I thought it was very delicious, so I'd buy it again for sure. So, no shouts. No.
Not yet. We'll get to that. We'll come back around to that.
Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say.
Right.
Cheers.
Me,
Cheers, Mary.
I'm gonna give this beer. So far, I'm probably gonna go do a review on it too after I'm done eating. 100. So far, this has tasted enough that it
Nice.
deserves 100. Very good beer. I mean, I guess I can give it a 99. 99. It's good. Good
Oh,
stuff.
you
Good
can't.
stuff.
You
Good
said
stuff.
100, Alex.
What?
Said
No.
100.
No, I'll get. All right, 100 is. So if you can get, please do.
Oh my god, which one?
So 100. It's very flavorful because I like that pellety flavor, that creamy, kind of juiciness, dank. It's just perfect. It's perfect, at least in my opinion. And like I said, I'm looking forward to more Equilibrium beers. Man, it's delicious. So that's 100 it is, my friend. So Jeremy, there you go, my friend.
Oh, he stopped chatting, so I think he got bored and left.
Jeremy.
JV stopped.
Oh,
His last comment was at 8:49.
Alex,
So
he did say last night that he had the best birthday ever because you gave 100. So
100.
Well, there you go.
last night.
yeah, the beer that was really
Yesterday
in
was
something.
very
you
Oh
get
yeah,
on
that,
it. Remember that one?
that pie beer. Hell yeah, that was delicious. Oh yeah.
All right. That's for me. I really wanted to give this beer 100 out of 100. Really did. Two things hit for me. I'm going to let you know now. It has warmed up tremendously. Still love it. Tastes great. Getting fresh leather notes. Like,
So why it's not getting
like
100?
a fresh pair of Timberland boots. Like, you get that fresh leather. Doesn't, like, sometimes you get the leathery note and it's more of a, I don't know, baseball, like worn in or some kind of leathery notes, This on the palate that I had, just like my last few sips, it just tastes like how fresh ass leather smells.
Mm.
I like that. That's going to lead me into my next thing. Taking a point off for the artificial flavor. Just one. To hit it for one. Second, the barrel. I don't think it's not barrel forward enough. The adjunct flavors are very, very good. Like I said, the more that I'm drinking on it, I'm starting to get a drier finish. It is starting to come a little bit more forward. Well, Dave, definitely tell you it leans more on the adjunct flavor side. Beer is fucking awesome, dude. Out of this world. If you can get it, get it. Bucket lister. This sets the bar for them very high. So if I ever have like a dark beer from this company again, it's like they better be bringing the heat. You know what I mean? This is very good. Definitely a world-class beer. It's kind of hard to give it a 98.
So why are you not giving it 100?
Artificial flavor, and I wish the barrel note was a little more prevalent. That's it.
Okay.
It's still world-class. This can run it with Bourbon County or any fuck. This no joke. This is the real deal. And I'm very appreciative of it.
If you had like a top, if
You
you
get
had
a 96 on Beer App Kit. I'd top them. And
if
this
you had
beer
a top
it
5
is
list, would it be in the top 5? You think?
this. I'd have to. I got there's so many beers. It'd have to be like
Yeah.
barrel-aged stout category. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I hear you.
That might be in the 5 spectrum range. Yeah, the 5 beer spectrum range. But yeah, out of this world, dude. I
very
reckon
good.
$25 a can is spendy, but you live once. Just buy one. Do it. Pull the trigger and just buy one and have it. And you'd be like, "Hey, this is good."
Do it.
Pretty much, Shia LaBeouf style. I recommend it.
Just
Walk
put it
in
on-
there,
put it
put
on
your
your
money
credit
on
card.
Ah.
Use your credit card.
Take my money.
I
No.
gotta get
Well,
it.
I mean, you
gotta
can.
get it.
All right. So to put things in perspective, you can get this at 13.8%, or you can buy a CBS. A bomber is 22 ounces. It costs around $25. This is a 16-ounce can, and this is way more exclusive, in my opinion. Founders is out there. When you get this top league lot, like all we get is IPAs from them. This is above and beyond. It's very, very good.
But do you think the top of
I
the
agree.
live IPAs are good too? Worth buying? I mean, I never had it yet.
Yeah,
Red
yeah.
States.
They're King Sir,
States on the
the
outside would be
Suda,
great.
the
I
King
feel
Sue.
bad
Those are good.
opening packs of beer that I'm not going to buy because they're old.
Just want to make sure.
No, I've had the King Sue, the Suda Sue. They make good IPAs.
Yeah,
They
they
had
have a
some other
double,
stuff out too, but
King Sue, which is really good.
they make some. They've had a couple variants that's made it by my store down here, down south, and it's just like it's the date wasn't right. I'm like, a kid just can't spend that money on that. It could be great in the can still, but too risky.
They have a
Cost-
decent price point on their products, though, so they're not too
I had
shabby.
the King Sue and the Suda Sue is always at the store, but they had some more exotic stuff coming, like stuff that we don't get. You know what I mean?
They have a
Alex, they
campfire
have a-
blonde out there, stuff like that. Be interesting.
They have a
smoky
Term
blonde.
oil coconut monster cookie. It's
Oh,
Yeah,
love
that's
my
over the whiskey
love my-
scotch beer.
that sounds good. Honey glazed toasted coconut, peanut butter, and candy coated chocolates.
I'm trying to find the berries.
Yeah, woo.
It's probably out of this world, just like this one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna talk about my beer real quick.
Good, let's
it's-
say BuMpy.
because it's definitely hitting me. I'm flipping buzz.
Yeah, that barley one.
Kicking your ass.
12.7% ABV. I can tell you the alcohol is well hidden on the flavors, the feel of it, but it definitely it hit you. Yeah, good times.
Does it smack as hard as Will Smith?
Harder. Will Smith was a little
Yeah,
bitch.
that's
slap.
right. Very good. Good. Touche. I'm gonna be quiet.
He even
Eat
laughed.
my wife, man.
A real
Yeah,
slap
yeah.
will knock a guy over. Could be heavy-handed. Yeah, it's caramel, it's toffee. Like I said, it's kind of aromas on this thing. It's caramel was the first thing that carries through. It still carries through. It's a very sweet, aromatic barley wine. If I had to pin this as an American or an English, I would say it's more English barley wine. Problem is that there's not a lot of like barrel age type notes in there. There's no real oakiness, no real presence of that on the aromas. The flavors, it's caramel sweet and toffee. It's got like a melted marshmallow feel on the palate, but more like a medium body versus full, if that makes sense. Kind of like if you get one of those soups, like if you get like a broccoli cheddar soup, how it's soup, but it's got like a little bit of a thickness feel to it because it's got like melted cheese and shit in it. Yeah, this doesn't have melted cheese in it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, very, very caramel. It's like melted sugar daddy caramel. It's toffee. There is a bitterness to it. It does have a higher bitterness level, but it's not as coming off as bitter as like the Bigfoot barley wine, like I said, from Sierra Nevada. And I think that's due to the sweetness of this beer. To age this one, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Maybe it might become too sweet at that point. But once again, I mean, there's a slight bit of like an oakiness to it on the palate. I can say yes because I have had whiskeys and bourbons that there's a very slight resemblance to that character, but it's not straight up. It's not straight up like right there on the palate. It's just kind of like maybe. So I don't think that they either age this very long in those barrels, or that they use very good barrels to age this in. For this beer, I'm at. I do enjoy this one more than the Bigfoot barley wine fresh, because that was just too bitter, especially this year, for me to really enjoy. And I mean, this beer is definitely missing out on some notes. It's decent. I'll give it a 91 out of 100 for the 603 barley wine that's aged in selected bourbon barrels and American whiskey barrels. 12.7%. So, yeah, 91 out of 100. I don't remember the price point on this one. It wasn't too high. I think it was probably around the $16 range or less. So, yeah. Other than that, let's and that's yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's cool.
That's my next question coming up. I was already kind of a grandfather, but now I'm
a grandpa too.
Yeah. So, but yeah, my stepdaughter just gave birth to.
Congratulations, Tanner.
To her son. Now here's the problem. This is how great of a grandfather I'm going to be. I think kind of his nickname's like Ezzy. So I believe his name's Ezra, but it could be Ezra Dia or something like that. But I think it's Ezra.
All right, cheers. I don't have any.
That's cool.
Yeah, my question basically would be because growing up as a kid, and times have changed, and maybe when you're a kid like myself, maybe your father or your grandfather hands you a beer to take a swig off of. So, when do you think would be the appropriate time to get your grandchild into drinking beer? We'll start that off with Eric.
Straight out the womb, baby. No way, man. No. no. Wow, no.
Oh, and also after you answer, go ahead and do promos, shout outs.
Very good. Let's go with high school, 9th grade. Sure. Have a little dabble. See if this is where you want to end up on BuMpy Road's channel every Monday. I like it. I remember Miller Lite always being around the house, trying some of that, and High Life. Not the world's worst thing on the face of the planet Earth. Didn't make me gag or anything, so it was all right. It must have been around high school or 10th grade or something like that. So I didn't really dabble very young, but yeah, it was all right. And if we want to talk about some more beers or wine or spirits or really any adult beverage, let's have some fun. Don't be a douche, is all I ask, on the Wild Card Wednesday. We do that 7:30 Eastern. I guess it's daylight time now in the Massachusetts Beer Geeks world, the Thomas Mill 75 channel of YouTube. So come around for that if you would like to do Wild Card, whatever adult beverage you want, and let's have some fun. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for having me, BuMpy.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers. Thank you for being here, Eric. Legendary Eric.
Legend. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I had, I was raised a Mormon, so I didn't really like have that, but I did sneak out of the house and play some cards with my Mexican neighbors across the street, and they gave me some Budweiser at 10 years old. So that was a little too young. But yeah, I don't know. I think when you start showing some kind of sign of when a kid shows a sign of mature, they want to try and get into that mature age. I think that's a good time to kind of give them something light and really let them have it. Like say, hey man, try this, check it out. If I had my own kids or own grandson, that's what I would do. I don't see why. We actually gave my stepkids had a little shot. They didn't. I don't think they told their dad or anything. But I'm yeah.
Well, now they did.
Yeah, now they yeah.
I doubt that they're watching my channel.
They no, I don't know. But they hated it, So it's just it's all a matter of when, really, A lighter beer though, something that's kind of nasty. I like, Budweiser not nasty. It's actually not bad. But something that isn't craft, I guess, or even craft or whatever. I would give someone something crafty though. To be quite honest, I'd give someone my grandkids or my kids. I'd give them something that's good, so that they can respect it instead of because that's what I did with Budweiser.
What about Equilibrium? Do you think that'd be a good start?
Yes.
You think that'd be a good
Yeah,
start?
of course. I think so. Something light though, something on the 5% range, or something
This is
yeah. You don't want to hurt. They're still young,
This is 8.5 by bio.
You don't want to get in trouble either,
No, you don't.
So
It's 8.5.
That's why I did mention the nowadays thing,
Yeah.
Back when
Back in
my
the
father
day.
was younger and stuff, way before I was ever even thought of. Yeah, the police used to pull you over for drunken driving and give you a ride home.
Yeah, they're like, we'll follow you unless you're way too
Yeah.
drunk. Then we're gonna turn the lights back on, and I'll give you a ride home.
Not anymore.
Well, no.
You're going to jail, homie. Yeah.
But not after a well-deserved beating. No,
Beer man's beard's talking, dude.
I'm very compliant.
Well, Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Tuesday we'll be able to look this up because I always forget what I put up since I've been doing these 3 of 3s. It's an
Asiago, Swiss, any cheddar.
Oh, I have it right here. Alt beer, American brown, any wheat for the beers. Asiago, Swiss, any cheddar. Be there at 8:00 Eastern for that. And then Wednesday will be I Like Your Style will be a Betty White theme. So I kind of had a hard time finding something for that today.
Can I bring this?
I don't know what it is.
Pie of some kind.
Cherry pie.
Sure, why not?
Betty White.
Just to have you on the show, go for it.
Pie.
Thank you.
Just so you can be there, just to have you there, I'd be more than happy to have that on.
Right, but I want to make sure it's the right one because I'm thinking she's a grandmother of these people, and I'm thinking, hey, cherry pie, ice cream.
Hey, that's fine. See, the brain's working. That's great. So
Yeah.
no, that's how it is. That's how it is. So yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern for that Wednesday, and that's about it. Oh, brewery. I'm actually loading stuff in there right now, so you see no more kegs behind me. I've been trying to kind of sort things and get everything in there. Everything inspections went through, so we're like, I got to put shelves up, and that's about it, and a TV, and then we'll be good. So I go in there and I just watch TV and watch you guys. I can't get out of there. It's like a bar. I just sit in there and drink my beer. It's like I can't be in there in a minute, honey. I swear I'll be there in a minute. No, it's kind of.
And then an hour later, still drinking beer, watching.
An hour later, I come in drunk. Yeah, I'm just like, fuck, dude. But so look out for that new studio and brewery coming soon to you. So cheers, you guys. Cheers. Thank you, BuMpy. Appreciate you.
Cheers, beer man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
Cheers.
All right. First, well, I don't know if I ever asked my dad for a beer. I was older, and he already knew I'd vibed alcohol because, I don't know, I was born a Budweiser baby, and I was told ever since I could walk that I would gravitate towards the beer can, you know, couldn't leave your beer around or whatever. Some kids are like, they just grab it, they want something to drink. Everybody's being social and drinking, you know. But I can't tell you exactly, but I will tell you a funny story about that. My dad had this rule. It was called the 6-pack rule. He said, if I have beer, when I wake up in the morning, there better at least be a 6-pack in there. Because the store doesn't open till whatever, and if he gets up at 4 in the morning, can't go to the store till 7.
Whoa.
So I don't know. I've been around alcohol a fair bit in my life. Vibed it a fair bit. Still do. It's all right. It's better now. I don't do it too much. I used to party when I was younger. So alcohol was around. We would, I don't know. When you're like, you know, when you steal cigarettes off of your parents, or you're like, oh, you're not going to recognize you took a beer. I didn't really ask for it until my dad was to the point where like, hey, do you want a beer? Okay. You know, it was kind of like that. Instead of I didn't have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is how the rundown went. It's weird in and of itself, but hey, it is what it is. It's my life. It's
Nice.
now or never. I'm not gonna live forever.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Nice. All right.
Did you do his shout outs?
No.
No.
Whoa.
Andrew. Shout outs time, buddy.
Thursday, you guys know what's going on. It's going to be a beer examination with me, BuMpY, and East Coast LQ Reviews, aka Tanner Banana. Yeah, we're going to be reviewing Boulevard Stuff of Legends. You can find it. Hit me up in chat, comment. There's a picture of the bottle. BuMpY's got it right there. Very, very limited release. So if you can find it, you could source it. More than welcome on the panel. Anybody can show up right after my show. That'll be 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday. Right after that'll be the Hot Seat with Leprechaun TV. Go check them out. Barbecue Banner, restaurant stories, all kinds of different things over there. Great channel. Good dude. Go check out Stout Sundays with John and Ellie. Evening editions. Had one yesterday. It was a good show. I had to scurry home real quick, but I made it. And that's it. Cheers, boys. Good show.
Cheers.
Please.
Cheers, Miss Liz.
Stay up there for one more moment. Just typing something. Thanks, miscellaneous.
All right, so I think my answer would kind of be along what Beerman said. I believe, probably when they're mature enough, maybe at the point where you can have a good conversation with them. I think if it wouldn't be like a let's get hammered session, but it would be more like a let's talk about shit, and maybe discuss like stuff that you wouldn't normally discuss with your parents, I guess you could say, like things that maybe that they're kind of afraid to talk about to their parents, because that's kind of how I am with my grandma. I was very young when my grandfather passed away. But my grandma, we have beers and talk about different stuff, like I said, stuff that maybe you might not feel comfortable talking to your parents about, maybe some stuff that, because they're a little bit more lenient, they're a little bit more accepting if you got something to tell them. But yeah, like I said, it wouldn't be like a let's get hammered session. It'd be like, oh, hey, you want a beer? Try this out. What do you think of this?
Mm-hmm.
Just discuss stuff. I don't know. That's just kind of how I look at it. My dad, I forgot first time I drank with my dad. I think I was like 20 when my dad started to share whiskey with me. My dad he was a beer drinker when he was a kid, and then he started getting into whiskey. So we would have long nights of just drinking some drams and having different conversation about what our favorite ones are and what we'd like to find in different whiskeys and stuff. Same thing goes towards beer. It's like what you guys, talk about what we like in a beer, talk about what we don't like. We used to do the same thing with whiskey. But yeah, like as far as if I was like a grandparent, like I said, I don't think it would be too young, but it would definitely be at that age where they're kind of they can understand uh, life as a whole. And maybe they got good head on their shoulders, and you just kind of want to talk them through maybe if they're having a rough time or something. I think that would be a good time to just say, hey, here's something, don't overdo it, but here's something, relax, have a conversation with me. So, but yeah, so for my shout outs, Wednesday we'll be doing brewery review, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be reviewing Allagash Brewing. Grab an Allagash beer, hop on the panel. Doesn't have to be something new. It could be something you're revisiting. We'll rate the beers, and then we'll rate the brewery. Each of the panel members throw out a rating for the brewery, and we'll average out everyone's ratings, and that'll be a rating for the show. And also, I do my Saturday show, rate that beer, and pretty much just open panel, live beer community, beer reviews. Bring whatever you want as long as it's a beer, as long as you're respectful, and just kind of stay on topic. And it's a little bit more laid back. Just do a beer review. Also, I do my Will It Mix every other Wednesday. Bring any type of alcoholic beverage you want to mix with whatever else. It doesn't. There's really no restrictions as long as something has alcohol in it and you're mixing it. And it's not really a review show. It's kind of like open bar, hangout. Most of the time we do rate our cocktails and stuff, and then we talk about all the cocktails we enjoy. So yeah, it's just a little bit more laid back and just kind of shoot the shit, hang out. Shout outs for other people. I'll shout out Dan, FLX Beer Reviews. Dan and Mike, go check them out. Two cool dudes, do beer reviews. So yeah, thanks for having me tonight, BuMpY. And unfortunately, this is what happens when I don't bring an IPA. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've had some pretty good stouts and other stuff, but for some reason this beer was just not doing it for me. It was just super flat and not tasty.
What happens?
Yeah, which is unfortunate because the other stuff I've had from these guys is really good. I had an IPA, smoked peach goza. Both of those were really good. I think I gave them like 90 range. For some reason, this beer was just not good. So that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, thanks for having me, BuMpY, and cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Sorry, I'm just typing.
You good?
Entertain, do some jumping jacks or something. Right. Thank you, Tanner. We'll bring up Alex and I'll throw this up. Boom.
What is it? Oh yes, I did give it 100. I love, and that's what the legendary BuMpY is saying on there. That's exactly what I did. You're saying my first time having a memory of having a beer.
Well, if you were a grandparent, what do you think the appropriate age of maybe giving a grandchild a swig of beer would be?
Well, I mean, probably 21, but maybe a little bit if you want to have a little bit more fun. Maybe 18 or 19 years old, as long as they're mature. Because I've had beer when I was 18 or 19 years old. Someone gave it to me. It wasn't my grandpa, but somebody, and So I guess between 18 or 19 years old would be a good thing because it makes it more fun. You're still a kid, but not a kid. I don't know. And also make sure you're mature too. If you're not mature, then the adult shouldn't be giving you beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that, man.
If you're mature, then go ahead. Go have it. Go enjoy it. Just don't get drunk. If you're not mature, don't get the beer until you absolutely are sure that this person is mature. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? And then the shout outs. We'll be doing what's it called? Pop bombs, bomb pops for Food Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Bring any beer you want, and let's drink. Andrew's already shout out to Johnny Boy's channel, so I'll shout out next time. So yeah, just just get that stout and that porter on at 7 o'clock or 7:30, whenever the legendary Johnny Boy decides to put it out there. Just stay tuned for that. If you don't know who Johnny Boy is, just look up John and Nelly or Georgia Beer Reviews, and you get your stouts on at 7 o'clock or 7:30, whenever the Johnny Boy decides to do that. So yeah, stay tuned for that on his channel. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
Appreciate you. That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Well, that's me. To answer my own question, let's see. Back when I was a kid, I'd go over and want to drink my dad's beer. And I never knew either one of my grandfathers. They had already passed by the time I was born. As far as my dad went, being an older guy, and I was probably about, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and 7, and I'd go over and he'd be peeling his potatoes, and he has this salt shaker out, peel potato, make little like raw potato chips basically with some salt, have a beer going, some type of Miller, and I was so interested in the beer that he handed me the can, and I took a sip and loved it. I think he was expecting me to hate it, but I loved it. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I wouldn't push it on like, yeah, you gotta try this beer, you little 5-year-old. Try it, drink the beer. I wouldn't do that. But I mean, if you got a kid that's really involved with like, I really want to try that, because you never know. Like you see some of those videos out there, maybe TikTok or whatever, where this kid wants the wasabi, and they get the wasabi, and they're not loving that wasabi at all. But they never ask for it again. But I don't know. I would definitely respect my stepdaughter's wishes and stuff like that. So I wouldn't just push anything like that. But I would definitely at some point.
But wait a minute. But if
like
you're
to try to get this kid right here, newborn just today.
Hell yeah!
Gonna tell you, BuMpy, when they're teething and they're cranky, you're just supposed to rub.
That's
the old
remedies,
That's a
But,
cute.
so at one point you're gonna give him beer when he's
we were talking old school, so they used to do that.
Good looking kid, man.
But let's call him Ezzy, because I know that's a nickname. Type thing for Ezzy. Yeah, EZZY. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. I do. I'm sure that I'll see a lot of them, because my stepdaughter, her fiance, are over quite a bit. We do that. You guys are here when beer and cheese, and you hear all the noise in the background, and it's because of they're over visiting, and we're having dinners and stuff, and so I have plenty of time, and I hope to, be myself for the most part, and just try to
be a good grandpa.
Maybe raise them like things that I enjoy doing, besides drinking beer. But maybe once they get back into the home brewing and stuff, he gets older. Maybe show them some of the things about that. It's educational.
Are you going to show them that you're a YouTuber?
Maybe
too?
like smoking meats, doing barbecue.
There you go.
Like, here's how you make a nice steak. And these are things that obviously not as an infant. I'm not going to bring an infant around a hot grill or anything like that.
You teach them how to, once they get
I
old,
might be around for a few years.
8 to 10, you teach them how to make beer, dude.
Yeah.
And you just have them come over, and you don't even have to brew. You could just watch them brew beer for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but do you think
you do all the cleanup? But I think it's good to learn certain, because those are kind of like life skills for the most part. Things that I wasn't.
They don't have home ec anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't really taught that stuff growing up. I'm gonna go move back, because these lovely cameras from Logitech, they like to flare you up.
It's that beer.
So do you?
Yeah. yeah, I plan on doing some things as he gets older and teaching him just
But
some
Bumpy, do
basic.
you think you'll tell him about your YouTube channel and he'll become a YouTuber like us?
That's like
By the time
20
he's old
bucks
enough,
away.
YouTube could be gone. Who knows?
Oh,
Yeah.
But, and
2020,
to a young
whatever.
kid, they'd be like, YouTube, that's for all you old farts.
Well, you geezers out
You
there
geezers out
on
there.
your
We don't care.
YouTube.
I'm using Space
50-year-old geezers out there.
Well, yeah, one of these days. God damn.
I'm
But,
on Space Tube. What is this YouTube?
Yeah, I'll do some promo type stuff real quick. 50-point inspection videos. I put those out on Wednesdays and Fridays, so look forward to them. Last night on Josh's channel, Last Beer, his channel, that's YouTube name, Last Beer. I did show one unedited portion, a little cut of a beer that will be coming up. So hey, keep your eyes posted. Sometimes there's some interesting stuff that comes out. I tried to be as fair and accurate to what I actually feel about a beer that I'm drinking. So I may not always give a great score to everything. Maybe sometimes I'm a little bit biased. Maybe I'm liking a certain thing. I do try to do it towards the style. So sometimes there's some styles I don't really, rate as like I love to pick up the style, but if I have a beer, I try to think of like, well, what's in the style? What have I had from the style, and kind of where does it fall on a zero, basically a 0 to 50 score? Nothing ever reaches zero because that's basically you have to drink nothing to get zero. So look forward to those anyways. This live stream that's going on right now, it's called New Brew. Bring a beer that you've never had before. Join up on panel, bring questions. Tanner brought a question tonight. I brought my little question just because exciting times. But chat, you guys can also bring questions, throw out your questions in the chat, and your question may end up as part of the show. So just keep that in mind. It's part of the show for the panel to answer. But the New Brew show Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Check out everybody's channel that's on this panel. Everybody has a show. They have a live show. They have edited videos or just video posts of whatever they're doing, whether it's beer or whatnot, building up a home brew house, things like that. Just go check them out. And Josh, that I mentioned his thing from last night. He does a live show called Beer Bowl Discussions, Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So check him out as well. He was in the chat for at least one little quick chat. But appreciate him being here anyways. Thanks, Josh.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Josh.
All right. It's been a long day, a long night, and we're going to go ahead and bring this back full panel. And anybody, any last things you want to say?
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Yeah.
To leave the barrel for a while. 50+%. That alone.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a bit more hair.
Art Garfunkel over there.
Just a bit though. But yeah,
He trimmed it.
If nobody has any last things to say, Alex, I'm sure you have something to say to everybody.
I do.
Oh, you do.
This is Alex, the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream in the next video. And don't forget the merch. You know how that gets. Just go on the Beer Man thing. I always do that.
Merch.
And you'll find my merch and Beer Man's merch. This Alex Beermaster, and we will see you all on the next live stream and next video. So Alex Beermaster signing out. Cheers, everybody.
And this one goes out to my wife because she's a brand new grandma.
Hey,
Mimi? I don't know.
Mimi.
That's a French thing.
That's
But
what
here
my-
it is.